I would like to express few concerns pertaining to the travel and tourism industry. COVID-19 has alarming impact on Indian tourism, travel and hospitality industry since the outbreak. Many large industries like the airline, railways, tourism industries and transport have started falling at a large pace, affecting the country's economy. Worst hit are the players from travel agencies, tour operating companies, online travel agencies, hotel players, branded and unbranded, which constitute almost 95% of the supply, are all facing dismissal numbers as travel comes to a standstill and countries introduce tighter restriction to contain the viral spread. Hotel occupancy dropping down from 50 to 25 and down to 5 and now to 0. The airport lockdowns, crashing markets have forced corporate to cut down on air travel, which results in airline seeing higher cancellation of bookings. Hence, private carriers started to monetize higher inquiries from new customers who were stuck on official trips abroad and other who wanted to bring their children studying overseas in boarding schools. Airlines that were flying in full capacity dropped down to 20% of capacity as of mid-March, and due to the current lockdown, the domestic flights have been grounded and the international carriers have been suspended entry till the lockdown period, April 15. Totally, the airline sector in grounded until further notice. More than 490 flights to and from India have been cancelled, and the count for domestic is innumerous. Many airlines are cutting capacity and are doing their best to stay afloat as they perform. The task of linking the world's economies here, the airline industry will need consideration for relief on taxes, charges and slot allocation from the government. The refunds against cancellation of the tickets were given exceptions by the airlines in the beginning, namely full refund of ticket value for booking, travel until March, date change penalty waiver, postponement of travel to later date without penalty but difference in fare to be payable. But later on, after the lockdown, the airline did away with the refund policy and brought in credit shell where passenger can travel on a later date within a year, which is all impacting on the traveler and by large to the travel companies also. Domestic and inbound packages as well as outbound packages, with the outbreak of corona, the enquiry level resulted to be sluggish from mid-Feb. Nil bookings were seen for travel packages from first week of March on both domestic and international. Those who had made booking for holidays packages due to the outbreak resulted in cancellation of the bookings. That led to processing of cancellation refund in large quantum by tour operators to the clients. 10 to 15 of Indian top source market for foreign tourist arrivals have been severely affected. Impact on visas. All the consulates, embassies have stopped issuance of visa on arrival, visa facilitation for Indians to travel abroad and vice versa for international travelers into India, resulting in no movement on the outbound and inbound segments. Due to the restrictions prevailed by the government, the industry alone could mean a hit of 8,500 crores for the industry. What is the way forward? The government should consider helping the sector with soft loans, working capital and deferment on loan repayment. A salary corpus for the sector to be given from the government and provide sectoral relief as the travel and tourism sector is facing a lockdown situation. Hence, short-term interest-free or low-interest loan for rebuilding business. 12-month deferment of all statutory dues and the moratorium of additional 3 to 6 months on all capital, principal, interest payments on loan and overdraft. Over and above these, among another sorts of industry would bring in liquidity, allowing the business for the future. Along with the tourism industry, the passenger transport industry has also been badly hit. There are about 15 lakh buses and 11 lakh tourist cabs on the Indian roads. Due to lockdown situation, all these vehicles are lying idle, no revenue, and the operators do not have any buffer to survive such impediments. Unless government comes forward to support, millions of these employees would be laid off. To protect the jobs and keep the companies afloat should be the topmost priority by the government. Government needs to consider paying the salaries to the companies who have registered under PT, ESI and PF or any other under government scheme for at least 3 months, irrespective of the size of the organization, which may be recouped in the next 36 months for the respective companies, avoiding any hit to the government treasury. My understanding is that the government treasury, there is a fair amount of funds lying in from pension, PF or any other employee benefit funds, which may be brought to productivity at this need of the hour. The bank EMI and interest are still being continued and charged. The banks are not coming forward to support the transporters at this time, the need of the hour. The bank should give instructions to at least 6 months of moratorium and restructuring of the accounts without affecting their rating. It's not fair for the banks to keep charging the interest during this period when there is total lockdown and no business. The banks are our business partners, should come out as helping hand at this need of the hour. This action by banks will help us sustain and survive and to take care of millions of jobs and businesses otherwise which will be lost in near future. Once the business starts resuming, it will be tough for the companies to start without the working capital due to the long closure and fixed cost burden. Similar to SBI and few NBFCs, other banks and NBFCs should also provide working capital with minimum interest. Banks and government has to seriously think and support, as next 1 year it is going to be challenging to keep the unemployment under control. Buses and other transport plying under private-public partnership with the government play a key role in the entire world and also in India. Similar to the mobility segment, the government organizations have stopped paying the minimum assured amount. As a result, the operators are not able to pay to their employees. Since the fixed cost is more than 65%, the government has to come forward to support at this need of the hour. The transport will go, if they do not do that, the transportation will go bankrupt and affect the public and tourism in the large scale. Hence, government and banks should come forward, and such companies should, under PPP mode, should be taken care of. Only differing tax will keep the transport rolling. Since the taxes are paid upfront, the taxes need to be deferred for at least 6 months. And similarly, the toll should also be given at least 3 months of waiver. Insurance is one more area where the vehicles lying idle still, and it's a depreciating product. Still, the insurance companies are wanting us to insure it on time. If 1 month of insurance or probably 3 months of insurance can be deferred, this will also support the industry. Thank you.